Let's be honest for a moment. How many of you reach for a vitamin B supplement? In the evening, right after dinner? Or just before bed because you're exhausted from the day? And hoping it will help you recover? If that describes you, you are not alone. Millions of people do exactly this, and it feels completely logical. You are tired. You have heard that B vitamins help with energy and fatigue. So you take them at night when the fatigue is most noticeable. The problem is that this habit may be quietly working against you. In a way that creates a frustrating cycle. You take B vitamins to fight fatigue. They disrupt your sleep, and you wake up even more exhausted than the night before. Today's video is going to explain exactly why this happens at a biological level, and what to do instead. By the end, you will understand the science well enough to make a change that could meaningfully improve both your energy during the day and your sleep quality at night. Let's start with what vitamin B complex actually is, because most people think of it as a single supplement, when it is actually a group of 8 distinct water-soluble vitamins: B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B5 pantothenic acid, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B9 folate, and B12 cobalamin. Each has its own specific functions, but they work as a closely coordinated team to support energy metabolism, nervous system function, cell regeneration, and the production of neurotransmitters and hormones. The reason B vitamins are marketed as energy supplements is not a gimmick. They play a genuinely essential role in cellular energy production. Every cell in your body runs on a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the universal currency of cellular energy. The food you eat, whether carbohydrates, fats, or protein, cannot be used directly. It must be converted into ATP through a series of enzymatic reactions inside your cells, primarily in the mitochondria. B vitamins act as indispensable cofactors for these reactions. B1 is required for the conversion of glucose into the energy pathway. B2 is critical for the electron transport chain in the mitochondrial inner membrane. B3, in the form of NAD, is involved in virtually every step of cellular energy metabolism. B5 is a structural component of coenzyme A, which is central to the metabolism of all 3 macronutrients. Without adequate B vitamins, your cellular energy factories slow down, which is why deficiency leads to fatigue, weakness, and mental fog. Here is where the problem with evening dosing becomes clear. If B vitamins stimulate cellular energy production, then taking them at night means your cells are being signaled to ramp up their energy output, precisely when they should be powering down for sleep. This is the fundamental conflict between B vitamins and nighttime use. But the mechanisms go much deeper than this general principle. Each individual B vitamin has specific effects on sleep biology that are worth understanding. Vitamin B6 has the most direct and complex relationship with sleep. In its active form known as pyridoxal 5-phosphate, B6 is required for the synthesis of several major neurotransmitters. It supports the conversion of tryptophan into serotonin and serotonin into melatonin, which is the primary sleep hormone. On the surface, this sounds like B6 should help you sleep. The problem is that B6 simultaneously promotes the synthesis of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with motivation, alertness, and reward-seeking behavior. When you take B6 at night, you are potentially raising both your calming serotonin and your activating dopamine, at a time when you need your brain to quiet down. Research published on vitamin B6 supplementation and dreaming found that taking B6 before bed significantly increased dream vividness and the ability to recall dreams upon waking. This indicates a notable increase in REM sleep activity. While that might sound appealing, excessive REM activation can fragment sleep architecture, reducing the proportion of deep restorative non-REM sleep, leaving you feeling unrefreshed in the morning, even after a full night in bed. Vitamin B12 has a particularly fascinating connection to sleep through the circadian rhythm. Research published in Nature found that vitamin B12 influences the phase of the melatonin rhythm and increases the sensitivity of the circadian clock to light. This means B12 can shift the timing of your internal biological clock when taken during the day. This effect can sharpen the distinction between your active waking state and your sleep state, potentially improving sleep quality. When taken at night, this same effect can disrupt the natural phase of your circadian rhythm at exactly the moment when melatonin should be rising and your body should be signaling sleep. Additionally, because B12 supports energy metabolism at the cellular level, many people report a noticeable increase in mental alertness after taking it, an effect that is highly unwelcome at bedtime. A study examining the relationship between B12 levels and insomnia found that low B12 was associated with a 2.4-fold increase in insomnia symptoms, confirming that B12 is important for good sleep. But the key point is that having adequate B12 in your system supports sleep, while taking B12 supplements at night can undermine it. Vitamin B5 adds another layer to this story. Through its role in cortisol production, B5 is required for the adrenal glands to synthesize cortisol and other steroid hormones. Research has shown that pantothenic acid supplementation can enhance the capacity of adrenal cells to secrete cortisol. Cortisol follows a very precise daily pattern that is essential for healthy sleep. It peaks in the morning within 30 to 45 minutes after waking, providing the energy and alertness to start the day. It gradually declines throughout the day and reaches its lowest point around midnight to 2 in the morning, which is when the deepest sleep occurs. If taking B5 at night elevates cortisol during the window when it should be at its nadir, your body receives a wake-up signal at exactly the wrong time. Niacin as vitamin B3 increases the activity of NAD, which powers cellular metabolism in the brain among many other tissues. Taking niacin at night can increase brain cell energy availability at a time when the brain needs to transition into its restorative, low-activity sleep states. Some people taking high-dose niacin also experience what is called niacin flush, a temporary sensation of warmth and skin redness that can be quite disruptive if it occurs while trying to fall asleep. Understanding all of these mechanisms together paints a clear picture. Taking B vitamins at night creates a cascade of physiological signals that work directly against the biological requirements for good sleep. Cellular energy metabolism is accelerated. Dopamine and potentially stimulating neurotransmitters are synthesized. Cortisol production may be promoted. The circadian clock may be sensitized in ways that delay sleep onset, and REM sleep may be intensified in ways that reduce deep sleep and lead to fragmented rest. So what is the right approach? The evidence is consistent and practical. Take your B vitamins in the morning, ideally with breakfast. This timing aligns B vitamin activity with your body's natural morning cortisol surge, creating a synergistic boost in energy and focus for the first half of the day. The B vitamins support efficient metabolism of your breakfast, maximizing the nutritional value of your morning meal. By evening, the water-soluble B vitamins have largely been metabolized and excreted, so their stimulating effects have dissipated well before bedtime. If morning is not possible for you, taking B vitamins with lunch is a reasonable alternative. Avoid taking them after 4 or 5 in the afternoon. If you are sensitive to their effects on sleep, pay attention to the dosage in your supplement. Many commercially available B-complex products contain far more than the recommended daily amounts. Some products contain 200 milligrams or more of B6, which is more than 100 times the recommended daily intake. While B vitamins are water-soluble and excess is excreted in urine, this is not entirely without risk. Vitamin B6 in particular has documented neurotoxic effects at high doses. Long-term intake above 250 milligrams per day has been associated with peripheral neuropathy, a condition causing tingling, burning, and weakness in the hands and feet. Regulatory agencies in several countries have issued safety warnings about high-dose B6 supplements. Moderate, consistent dosing taken at the right time is far more beneficial than megadosing at the wrong time. In the evening, instead of B vitamins, focus on nutrients that actually support sleep. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid and the dietary precursor to both serotonin and melatonin. Foods rich in tryptophan include warm milk, turkey, eggs, bananas, oats, and tofu. Consuming these in the evening can naturally support melatonin synthesis in the brain. Magnesium acts as a natural muscle and nerve relaxant, and several clinical studies have found that magnesium glycinate supplementation modestly, but meaningfully improves insomnia symptoms and sleep quality in adults reporting poor sleep. Good food sources include almonds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, and whole grains. L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea, promotes relaxation without drowsiness, and can help quiet an overactive mind before bed. Here is a simple 7-day action plan. On day 1, check the label of your current B-complex supplement. Note what time you usually take it and how your sleep currently feels. Days 2 and 3, shift your B vitamin to breakfast time. Even a small snack is fine if you do not eat a full breakfast. Days 4 and 5, add a tryptophan-rich food to your dinner, such as a small serving of turkey, eggs, or warm milk. On day 6, compare your sleep quality to day 1. Note any differences in how long it takes to fall asleep, and how rested you feel in the morning. On day 7, make the morning B vitamin habit your permanent routine and consider adding a magnesium supplement in the evening. If sleep quality remains a concern after checking with your doctor. A few important cautions. Do not stop a prescribed B vitamin regimen without consulting your doctor. If you are pregnant, breastfeeding, have kidney disease, or are taking anticoagulant medications, speak with your physician before making any changes to your supplement routine. If sleep problems persist despite adjusting your B vitamin timing, other factors may be at play, and a healthcare provider can help identify them. The core message is simple. B vitamins are genuinely important for energy, nerve function, and overall health, but the very properties that make them effective for combating fatigue also make them disruptive to sleep when taken at night. The fix requires no new supplements, no extra expense, and no complicated protocol. Just move your B vitamins to the morning. That single change aligns their energy-boosting effects with the time of day when you need energy most, and removes a potentially significant obstacle to the deep restorative sleep your body needs every night. Better days start with better nights, and better nights often start with smarter mornings. If this video was useful to you, please like and subscribe for more science-based health content. Leave a comment letting us know what time you currently take your B vitamins, and whether you have noticed any effects on your sleep. We will see you in the next one.